Good morning, everyone. I'm really proud today for this region to be launching the book on Julia Rise, coincide with International Women's Day. And when we were doing the planning for this event, and I was asked to do the foreword to the book, I hadn't got a clue. And I just thought, what a daunting task I've been set here. I've never had to do anything like that in my life. So anyway, I read the book, that's a good start. But I read the book, and one of the things that became very apparent was, although Julia, her story has been recorded from the last century, the early part of the last century, I was making comparisons of where we are now. And if you read the book, if you read the foreword, I do say that she is an inspiration to women like me who now I've got to where I've got, and I just thought I'd share my journey with everybody in the room. And I suppose I come from an Irish immigrant family. My mum came over here in the early 50s to train as a nurse in London, and met my father and then moved to Birmingham. He was an engineer, worked in an small engineering factory in Floodgate Street in Dingle. And they were part of an Irish community who then went on to found, through the County Associations of Ireland, the Irish Centre. And I suppose my first political awakening came at the age of kind of 13, when my dad was late coming home. It was my sister's birthday. And back in the day, you didn't have mobile phones, and if you needed to use a phone and you were out on the street, you used a phone box, which I don't think a lot of children today understand what a phone box is, other than a TARDIS off Doctor Who or what have you. But anyway, and the night wore on, and we waited and we waited and we waited, and Dad didn't come home. He didn't come through the door till about 11:30 at night. And it was the night of the pub bombs, where he finished work late because he was working overtime, and the first bomb went off and the whole area was cordoned off by the police. Nobody could get in or out. Everybody just had to wait until the curfew was lifted, and that's what had happened to him. Anyway, my mum at the time was working at East Birmingham Hospital, which is now known as Heartlands, and there was a large amount of Irish immigrants as nurses or auxiliary staff or worked in hospitals. And there was an almighty backlash against the Irish community in Birmingham at that time. And I went to an all-girls school. I went to a Church of England school in Castle Bromwich Hodge Hill Girls' School, as it was known back in the day. And a lot of my school friends, I noticed a change in them, where, I couldn't quite put my finger on it, because my mum and dad didn't say to us as children what was happening in their work lives, but I found out afterwards, like, my dad had been sent to Coventry. He was stonewalled by people he'd worked with for the last 10, 15 years. And some of the nurses at the hospital where my mum worked, she was a night nurse at the time, had to have compassionate leave because the patients wouldn't allow them to care for them or administer drugs. And I think that was the first time I thought there was a big difference between our family and the rest of society in the UK at the time. And that wasn't just me, that was a whole host. I mean, Birmingham back in the day had quite a large Irish community. So that kind of like switched me on to politics, if you like. And then, of course, in my earlier years, going through puberty and everything, I was struggling with sexuality issues. And I didn't go through a particularly good time between 16 and 22. And I now feel very comfortable in my own skin. I'm the chair of the West Midlands LGBT committee, and I'm very proud of that fact. And what else can I tell you? My first shop stewards course, I was working at an engineering company that we made sunroofs for the car industry. Well, as everybody knows, Birmingham is synonymous with the car industry, and manufacturing was, one of the main sectors that employ people. And so we had a predominantly women workforce in this small company, and I was elected to be the shop steward. So they sent me on a course to Floodgate Street before it became South Birmingham College. And Leslie Stevenson was my first tutor. She did a shop steward's 1 course with me. And then I went on to do a certificate in community studies, and I really got, you know, enthused about the trade union. And I then went on to do other courses at the college, and then unfortunately in the early 90s, like a lot of companies at the time, moved abroad, so I was made redundant. But then I got a job at Longbridge, and very quickly got involved with the politics of the trade union at Longbridge, and then I got moved to Land Rover, and I went into one of the biggest branches in the West Midlands, and was encouraged to stand as a steward, attended the branch meetings, and I have to say my branch secretary was brilliant. Now that's not a lot of women's experience of branch meetings or workplaces, but actually I'll give them credit. I didn't always get on with them, but you know, they encouraged me to go forward. And then of course, as time went on, I got more involved with our union in the West Midlands, and then I stood as an executive council member, a position that I've held now. I think this is the second time. Is it second or third? Third, sorry. 1 year rolls into another. And so it's something I'm really proud of, and I'm really happy to see Monica Taylor, who was the first black woman on our executive council in one of our legacy unions, the Transport and General Works. I'm really pleased to see Monica here. Also Diane Douglas, who I also met back in the day when we were just an advisory committee, we weren't a properly constituted committee. And our ex-chair, Yvonne Swindler, who's also here. I'm really pleased to see you too. And so I just thought I'd just give you a bit of a flavour of my life. And there are lots of comparisons with Julia's early years. I mean, we might have become a bit more sophisticated in the way that we do things as a trade union. I mean, now we've got an organising department. You know, so you know, there's all these things that we've learned from the past, and we've been able to improve on, and we're really seeing the benefits of doing that. So, what I would do, I mean, if I was to say to you one of the, you know, some of the most inspiring women I've ever met, I've just named a few, and also Diana Holland, who's the head of our equalities department, is now one of our assistant general secretaries. But for every one of you in this room, and especially the schoolgirls, you are the leaders of the future. Never ever let anyone ever tell you you can't go on to do anything that you ever want to do, because everything's there for you and everything's achievable. And thank you for listening, and good luck.